call me Pounds, here I'm known as 9'7". 8 customs create, plus I rhyme great.
YouTube, welcome back to another 978 Customs video. And here we have the Unlimited Spider-Man. Not sure if all of you remember, but we made a video a while back on choosing 3 Spider-Man to customize. So altogether, you guys started shouting out certain Spider-Man, and we came up with a top 3. I believe I've seen Unlimited Spider-Man almost 100 times, so he became the number 1. But I do like this design. In fact, I didn't really like it that much until I had the figure in my hand. Not being a fan of the show when it came out, I barely remember the Spider-Man. To be honest, I really don't remember the Spider-Man. Not even a little bit. Nope. Let's pull up a bio. Spider-Man Unlimited is an American animated series by Saban Entertainment, which featured the Marvel comic book superhero Spider-Man. Unlimited premiered in 1999, and though it had fair ratings, it was overshadowed by Pokemon and the newly debuted Digimon, and canceled after airing only a few episodes. Fox Kids later resumed airing the show from 2000 to 2001, airing 13 episodes, the last ending on a cliffhanger. Several scripts were written for season 2, including the conclusion of the cliffhanger, but were never produced. Of course I wouldn't know anything about this. In 1999, I was a freshman in high school, and I had other things to worry about. No offense. Initially, the goal was to do a low-budget adaptation of the first 26 issues of the Amazing Spider-Man comic book, but Sony and Marvel had already engaged in the deal, and so Saban was cut from any source and could not use the traditional Spider-Man suit or adapt the early comics. Also, in the original idea, Spider-Man was stranded in a counter-Earth in which Ben Parker didn't die, and thus Peter Parker lacked the moral fortitude to resist becoming Venom. However, Marvel Comics didn't like that idea, and stated that they would not do a story with 2 Peter Parkers. So no, I don't remember this show at all. It's kind of messed up though, there was no conclusion to the cliffhanger. I'm sure it left fans on the edge of their seat kind of upset. Thankfully, I wasn't a fan of this cartoon. I'm sure I would have been if I even noticed it. I don't even think I noticed it, honestly, when it was aired. So, I missed it. Not saying I'm not a fan because I don't like the design. I don't recall ever seeing an episode. When this was re-aired in 2000 and 2001, I was in Job Corps at that time, and I wasn't watching any TV. Seeing what the cartoon looked like now at this age, it still looks pretty cool. I think they could re-pick that cartoon up with the style of art that it has. Can still work today. But here he is. He was the number 1 requested Spider-Man figure, the Unlimited Spider-Man. And if you want to make yourself one of these, all you really need is a Sunfire body, a Spider UK head, a little bit of sculpt, and a Vision cape. This is the clear Vision, the phasing Vision. And that's what I use. Some extra hands, some Ben Reilly hands, no big deal. You could use a Bullseye body or a Spider-Man 2099, the new body, or the Deadpool, anybody on this body, but this one was Sunfire before it was this guy, so that's what I used. I did think about sculpting the logo first, but then I thought I might as well stay in line with what I'm already doing, and that's painting logos. Plus Hasbro is painting logos, so to stay in suit with what Hasbro releases, if you want a custom that looks like the rest of your factory figures, it's probably best to just paint the logos on. Unless it's a really big figure, then you can add some sculpt. But for me, painting them, as long as the lines are crisp enough, I don't have an issue with that. Let me know what you guys think though. Is a sculpted logo better than a painted logo? And if so, why? And here we have some accessories. Nothing major, just a few interchangeable hands. These come from Ben Reilly, Spider-Man. Same peg size, so I figured I'd use those. Just give them a repaint. Then I have this web I believe I bought. I think this was off Adrian Beltran. And the fists have some shading to them. The rest of the alternate hands don't have that blue shading that this figure has on it. Maybe I slacked, to be honest. This cape is pretty cool. It's hard to see. But this is from the Phasing Vision from the 3-pack. And I had a couple of these capes. This is my last one. So what I did was basically just grab some acetone and wipe down all the powder, the white paint that they airbrushed on. And then I cut out the bottom. Now these Sunfire figures don't have any peg holes in the back, so I didn't know what to do for the accessory, and I just came up with some quick thinking, and I had these magnetic balls that connect. I don't know how to explain them. They're actually a kid's toy. And I drilled a hole in his back, dead center, and I also drilled a hole in the Vision cape, glued it in, and you can see it's very strong. It holds very well. In fact, this is the same magnet that was on the Iron Spider you saw recently. I put it on this guy first, and when I knew it worked, then I put it on the Iron Spider. Did you guys see that stop motion? Anyway, head goes up, head goes down, does go left, turns to the right. You get a little pivot, not so much. Butterfly shoulder works. Your arm does go up, does go down. Bicep does turn. I guess I'm not showing you that. Butterfly does work again. There you go, in case you didn't know. But everything does function. I look on eBay, and sometimes I just go to people's descriptions on their custom figures, and a lot of times they'll say not for posing, or they'll say things like handled gently, or not for children, only for adult collectors. I mean, if you can't make a custom that's not going to fall apart once you bend his knee, well, then you probably shouldn't be making customs for sale. I don't know. I like to think that you should be able to pose a custom figure around, or any figure at that. Articulation is key for me. I do have some shading on the backside. I thought that worked out pretty well. What I don't like, though, are the spiders on the arms. I felt like those kind of needed to be sculpted just so you can see the edges, or the spider legs on his wrists where they pop out. Here they're just painted on, so you don't really see that in detail. Spider-Man Unlimited. Believe it or not, there was a figure released based on this design. It just didn't look too much like the cartoon. It did, but it didn't have the shading. But if you want to see him next to it, I can show you really quick. Spider-Man Unlimited next to his counterpart. I don't know when exactly this came out, or what series, or what line. I think Spider-Man Classics possibly. I don't know. These are when toys had gimmicks, when you had to push a button or had something to shoot. And this one, you shot something from the wrist. It's a little switch. I don't have the accessory. I don't even remember where I got this figure from. I might have traded it from somebody or bought it at a comic shop. I don't even recall. But I knew it was a different suit, and I thought it would look cool, but it's just too outdated. It has some things that work on, for its time. It had double jointed knees and the butterfly joints. These work really good. So, but the fact that you can't bend that right arm just is dumb. So this figure is definitely outdated. If you have this, just throw it out and make yourself one of these. If you had to rate this custom from 1 to 10, what would you rate it at? Write it down below in the comment section. Let me know. I think this is a cool design. I don't think Hasbro will be making this anytime soon, only because of how scarce it was when it was on TV anyway. But I want to thank everyone who voted for the top 3 Spider-Man, and everyone who participated in naming a Spider-Man that they wanted to see, because I'm sure we're going to make those too, but I just wanted to make the top 3, and this was the number 1 from the top 3. So again, thank you guys, and here is what you asked for. Hopefully it is up to par. It looks like the Unlimited show enough where you guys can appreciate it. As always, if you like this Spider-Man custom and you want to see more Spider-Man customs, feel free to give me a thumbs up, comment down below what you thought about this, and subscribe if you want to see more content. Feel free to click that notification bell so you can get the content as soon as it uploads, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Again, thank you very much. Peace.